Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? Thank you for coming back to JPTV, believe it or don't. And you guys, look, if you're not subscribed, please, it only takes a second. Go over there, just click the button, hit the notification button and the bell. Try to merge those together. But you know what I'm talking about. Do what you got to do so this channel can get recognition, okay? I really appreciate that. I really appreciate you supporting me through a click of a button. Okay, and the Cash App didn't come yet, but it'll come later. But now I just want you all to click the button, share this video. Today it's another reaction video, and of course, who do you know? Jesse Lee Peterson. Yes, another video of Jesse Lee Peterson. He is actually having a discussion with Monique. Everyone knows Monique from different TV shows and movies that came out. This is a great discussion right here, and I want you all to check it out and just see what's going on and see who's right. You know, see who's right, see who's more emotional, see who's more logical. All right? I want you to make the decision, okay? And please, don't hesitate to leave a comment, all right? Thank you very much. All right, let's check this video out, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget, if you are not subscribed, please hit that subscription button. Thank you. Let's check it out.
I felt myself like, what is he? But then I had to say, you know what, Monique? When you talk about love, you got to walk in it. And though you and Jesse Lee may not agree, it don't stop me from loving you.
There you go.
What I do have for you, brother, is empathy. Because when the disconnection comes in, and you a black man, make no mistake, mama.
Black as the ace of space.
You when I look at you, I don't see no space. I see a black man.
Black as the ace of space.
What?
Black as the ace of space.
As the ace, you black as E and J on the rock.
That's right.
So when I see my brother, that is a beautiful king, and our community needs our kings. And we don't need our kings to talk against us or at us. We need our kings to talk to us and with us. We don't need our kings to tell us all that we're not. We need our kings to tell us what we are. So when you
that's what Jesse Lee Peterson has been doing. He's been telling the black community what they are. And right now, it don't look good. I mean, let's just be honest. See, this is where the honesty comes in about letting you know about what's going on with you. You know what I'm saying? Be honest about what's going on. You see what's going on, the destruction that the blacks are with. You see it. So we have to be honest, people. We got to be honest.
You say, are we in a fallen state? You are part of the problem, Jesse.
No, I've been working 30 years to show blacks how to overcome the fallen state by showing them how to go and forgive their parents for failing them and return to the fathers. And once they do that, life become amazing because they fall away from the color thing. They fall away from anger. They fall away from anger.
I've heard, when I hear us refer to us as black people, when I hear, that's why I say us and we, because they my people. It's me.
Okay, so I'm sorry to cut the video, but when black people say us and we, are you still saying it's us when a black person is shooting in broad daylight and hits a 4-year-old or a 9-month-old? Just the other day, a baby was in a stroller and got hit. You know what I'm saying? Because people just shooting all out of public and with no aim. You know what I'm saying? So they hitting everyone except for their intended target, right? So do you consider yourself we when it's like that?
I can't disconnect me and say those black people. I'm trying to talk to the black people. I'm talking to us. I'm talking to our community. So when you start disconnecting the blacks, like now, you know, I'm not like, I'm trying to teach the black people, not I'm trying to teach my people.
But Monique, once you're born again of God, your people are and my people would be the people who have been born again of God, returned to the Father, and they're of the Spirit, not of the color. So
Jesse,
those
if
are
the
your
world
people
saw
now.
us like that, if the world saw us like that, it wouldn't be inequality. It wouldn't be injustice. It wouldn't be one of our black men or
But it
daughters or
doesn't, once you're
children
born of God, it doesn't
like
matter.
being shot up and beat and killed for no reason. So Jesse, yes, color does matter. And stop. You can't sell. If color did not matter,
It
then we
doesn't.
well, then we would see just as many white babies being killed by police brutality than we're seeing black babies. If color did not matter, then you would not have the black community saying this is inequality. If color did not matter, you would not have our school system. See, and I've been in it. I've been to those inner city schools, and the teachers say to me, Monique, they don't give us the funding. We don't even have the funding.
And where does that comes to? That comes to voting in the right local officials. But black people don't vote, right? They even make posts and ads about, hey, don't go out there, don't go and vote. There's nothing for us, right? That's what they say. But then again, you complain about school systems, you complain about poverty, you complain about no opportunities. So you gotta make, we gotta, either we're gonna play the game or play the blame game. You know, you're gonna play the game or you're gonna play the blame game. What you gonna do? There's no gray area. It's either this or that, right?
I've been in it
But they're
personally.
being ripped off by their own black leadership because they've turned their lives over to
I
someone
want you to
else.
hear me. Wrong is wrong and right is right. I'm not right. You keep bringing up Obama. I'm not making right or wrong. I'm saying, listen, our community is suffering.
But they
We are
need
suffering.
fathers. Let me ask
We,
a final question because of time. If black people today were raised by a father and a mother who loved what's right with all their heart, soul, and might, and they set good examples for their children, taught them how to work, how to be responsible, how to treat others the way they would like to be treated, would most black people be in the condition they're in today?
If you are a music maker shopping for gear online,
Here we go.
if people,
But
were
how about the blacks?
let me say this. If our community had both parents in the house and both parents were fighting for the betterment of their children, yes, our community would be better.
That's what we need.
If the white community had both parents in the house, because see what happens, Jesse, is when we
See, and that's the thing about black people. They always deflect and put it on the white people. If white people was to do it, if the white, we're talking about self accountability for the blacks. Okay? We're talking about self accountability for the blacks. That's why we talk about the blacks. So we can get in their head and let them know, hey, this is the shit, that you're doing. You know, are they gonna change or not? Well, what you gonna do? This is the shit that you're doing. But they know it, but they're just not honest because they want to uphold this blackness that they have, which is destroying them.
get brothers like you, people would think that we are the problem.
You are. Black people are their own
What
problem.
happens is with the welfare system, it's far more white people on welfare than it is black. Far more.
But why
with
they're
brothers
not complaining like the blacks?
Huh?
And see, black people don't look at statistics neither. The reason why, because they are the majority population. So yeah, you're gonna see them more. But when you're at a less population and making the numbers as you're the majority, that's when it's a problem. That's when it becomes a problem.
Why you don't hear the whites who are on welfare complaining and blaming someone else like the blacks do?
Well, then I need you to go into the welfare offices, Jesse. I need you to take a trip to the welfare office. See, I did because I wanted to see it for myself. I wanted to see it. And when you see our white brothers and sisters in there, not that I'm judging, you need to go take a trip. So maybe you'll stop thinking as they brainwashed you into believing, oh, it's just the blacks complaining. No, wrong is wrong and right is right, regardless of the color. And right now, when you start speaking like some white people that speak of, oh, the blacks, the blacks, the blacks, the blacks. What that says is, I'm so disconnected from y'all that, yeah, it is y'all problem. It is, let me show y'all how I can help y'all. Let me show you how I can fix y'all. You're not the savior, Jesse.
But Monique, every adult is, you do agree that every adult is responsible for themselves. And when they complain all the time and blame others, that's a sign of weakness, right?
Well, oh, come on, let's talk about it. When they blame others, that's a sign of weakness. So the man that is your great white hope, every time we see that ass on TV, he complaining about something. So now I want you to chew on your words, Jesse Lee.
But he's not complaining about evil.
Let's stop it. Now I want you to stop it. I want that man
pointing it out. He's pointing it out.
Monique remind me of most aunties, right? Or aunties, wherever y'all at in the world, however y'all call it, right? Your aunt won't let you talk. Think she know everything. And it's one in every family. It's one in every family. Won't let you talk, over talk you, and still ain't got a man. You know what I'm saying? We got one in every family.
Oh, not complaining.
So
because he's a winner.
So we're not pointing it out. We're complaining.
Yeah, and burning down and destroying. And
let me say this to you.
Destroying statues and flags as though that's going to make their life better and not.
As they should have. How do we salute people that owned us, Jesse Lee? How do we walk our children down the street and say, look at this great white hope, as you would refer to them, and tell our children you should respect and honor because they own people that look like us. Maybe not you, maybe not your mom and dad, maybe not their mom and dad, but I can damn sure bet you somewhere down the line, the people that you want to honor and they're your great white hope, they own people that look like you, Jesse Lee. So again, when we have brothers such as yourself and sisters that speak about all that we're doing, and it's just us, it's just the black problem, the blacks, the blacks, the blacks, as if you're not, that's the problem.
Monique, answer this for me, and then we gotta run. I'm way over time. Black people, not all, but most. Black people, nobody in the world like black people now. They have made it worse for them. No race like them or anybody. They're afraid of them. They try to avoid them. They skirt around.
Why do you think that is, Jesse?
Because they have been acting a fool over the last year or so, burning and destroying and killing and robbing and raping and blaming. Now they have more enemies than they have. They have more enemies today than they had before. Because
and that's the truth. That's the truth. Look, sometimes when I'm walking in the street, shit, I gotta protect myself. I cross the street sometimes because I know the capability of what not all but most blacks are capable of doing. Late nights and dark corners and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm aware. You know, so I try to protect myself. But yeah, it is like that.
Nobody like them.
Know the history. And we don't give a damn not being liked. Let me be clear.
Why not?
You don't have to like me, but you have to respect me.
But you've tried to do it by force, and you can't force anyone to love you.
Fannie Lou Hamer.
Who?
For your producers that are there, are your parents still alive?
My parents?
Yes.
No, they did.
Okay. Aunts, uncles, that may be older than you?
Yes.
I feel like you come from a family that didn't tell you about your history. Because when you say to me, who was Fannie Lou Hamer?
Right.
See, I'm going to tell you who she was. Fannie Lou Hamer was a black woman. And as you recall, she's a fat black woman. And that black woman wanted to go vote. She simply wanted to go vote, Jesse Lee. And the beating they gave to that black woman, and see, not the white man didn't beat her. The white man stood back and gave the weapon and gave the stick to the black man.
But Monique, what does it have to do with black people today?
I'll tell you, because you asked me
there was a time when women couldn't vote, period.
You asked me about the burning down and the looting. I'm going to tell you about it. That's what you asked me. Well, should they be doing that, right? Should they be doing that?
Right.
Why would they do that? See, this woman named Fannie Lou Hamer, I want you to do your research and your homework so you'll understand why
I
it's
know
being
who you're
done.
talking. I heard of her before, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, well now you heard of her, right?
Yeah.
So she said, as she was speaking candidly, she said this country was built on our backs. With
Not
our
true.
blood.
Not true.
Very true, Jesse.
No,
It
really.
was built on our backs.
I'm gonna have you back, Monique. That is not true.
Labor.
That's not true.
Labor. Jesse, listen. What I'm not going to do is debate you about this.
Right.
Because you and I both can go to the facts and look it up. But what happens is we built it up. And we want to be treated like human beings.
But the way that blacks are acting now, they're running people away from them.
So when they pull a black man over and he in a family with his car, and then that black man winds up dead, and he did everything they told him to do, was he acting like a...
She said it backwards. She said in the family with his car. She meant to say in the car with his family.
Animal justice.
He's not. If he does, Monique, if he does what the cops ask him to do, he's not going to end up there. But if he fight the cop, if he draw guns, if they go for knives, if they're running because they're criminals, they're going to end up dead. The cop has no other choice but to protect themselves and protect the innocent people. These people these people who are getting killed by cops are criminals. They're thugs. They're running.
I'm going to say this to you, Brother Jesse. It's disheartening and it's disappointing.
But it's the truth. I thought you were about the truth.
I want you to hear me, please. Please hear me out.
All right.
Okay. It's disheartening and disappointing to watch a black man validate and co-sign the brutality and the murders and the killings that has happened to our black men, our black women, our black mothers, our black fathers, and to sit here in front of you, black man, and you sit there and you find reason, and our black men have been shot in the back with no weapons on them. Our black men have been choked to death and pose no threat. And you sit there, black man, and you make that okay, black man. Let me say this to you. I don't know what color your wife is, and I don't know what color your children are, but I'm going to pray for them.
But Monique, are you saying that these blacks are doing nothing?
I'll tell you what I'm saying.
They're not bringing that upon themselves.
I'm going to tell you what I'm saying. I empathize for the village.
But I thought you were about truth.
I am.
But then the truth is, if they didn't act out.
Let me say this. When I went to that jail, there are some sisters that were supposed to be there. They were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And they looked at me and said, bitch, I'm supposed to be here. So we was clear. Then there was some that looked at me and said, Monique, I ain't supposed to be in here. So what you saying to me is, not all our black men has been shot. I'm not saying all of them were innocent. No, I'm not saying
but why don't the blacks speak out loud about those who are bringing this upon themselves by running, going for guns, trying to get knives and weapons?
But what about the ones who haven't, Jesse Lee?
And mouthing the cops and things like that?
What about the ones who haven't?
I don't know of any that haven't. I don't know of any.
Because you're not paying attention.
I'm paying close attention.
You want to see. You want to see what you want to see, brother. Jesse Lee. And what I'm going to do is, because I love you. I do. I love you, brother. And for all your listeners that's listening, I want y'all to hear me. Please put one up for our brother tonight, because we got a lost one. And we got one that's so lost that he's willing to throw his people under the bus. But I want you to take yourself, because color don't matter. I want you to go to the welfare office in your area.
She keeps saying color don't matter, but she keeps saying, as a black man, a black king, she is color driven. And another thing, the blacks don't want to talk about the black community because they're like hiding behind the black. once you get over the blackness, the truth is there. You know what I'm saying? It's like that movie when the guy was sunken in. I forgot the name of the movie, but it's like that. Blackness, you could just sink into it. You could never come out. But on the other side of that, all that blackness is the truth. And she is lost.
And I want you to see all the complaining going on. I want you to take yourself to the areas that's considered not so fancy, and they just happen to be white people. And I want you to hear all the complaining going on. See?
But it still would be weakness, though, if they're complaining. Anyone who complains is weak.
Then I appreciate you saying that. Don't just put it on us. And you're great white hope. You're great white hope. Read his tweets. Watch his comments.
They're amazing.
Complaining, baby, I don't know what it is.
No, it's not. But Monique, anything you want to promote? Are you on tour or write books or anything?
You know what I want to promote? This is what I want to promote.
There you go.
You ready for this, Jesse?
I am ready.
I want to promote you finding yourself.
Amazing.
I want to promote you loving your people. I want to promote you standing up for a community that you know has been mistreated. I want to promote you to find out the history about where you come from. I know your mom and dad raised you, but find out where they came from. Then find out where they came from. Then find out where they came from. I want to promote nothing but love, but I want to promote you to stop being ignorant.
Monique, check out my
really are.
Check out my organization, Bond, rebuildingtheman.com. We have been rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man for 30 years. We tutor, we counsel. Yes. I started an entrepreneur program where I help the guys of all races start businesses. I started a credit union where I loan them the money. They have to pay it back. We're about rebuilding the family, bringing back the order of God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, and woman over children. We've been doing it for 30 years. Check it out. I think you're going to want to help me.
Jesse Lee, you are my brother from another mother. Because if it was my mother, I'd have whipped your ass on this conversation. Do you hear me? I love you, brother.
Thank you so much for coming.
Hey, guys, thank you for tuning in to JPTV, believe it or don't. And hey, love is telling the truth, okay? And it don't matter about color. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And most of the blacks are driven by destruction. I'm just being totally honest. That doesn't mean, hey, I'm thinking white or none of these blacks in this celebrity position that push that narrative on other blacks that speak for themselves. We speak for ourselves, man, and we see clearly because we got out of that blackness. Once you get on the other side of that blackness, then the truth is there. The truth is there. Thank you all for tuning in to JPTV, believe it or don't. Please don't forget we're on the road to 500, baby. We're on the road to 500, baby. Please subscribe, hit the bell notification, and all that good stuff. You know what to do. I'll holler at you. Peace.